was on the bus on my way into work, and I got a phone call, and I was running late, so I actually thought I was in trouble for being late to work because we had a big exercise planned the next day. So when I picked up my phone, I was like, yeah, I know I'm late, I'm gonna be there in a few minutes. And they were like, no, they're like, a plane just went into the World Trade Center, get here as quickly as you can. So I immediately got off the bus, went up to the bus driver, and I was like, yeah, let me off the bus. I showed him my ID, I was like, I gotta go to work. And I got to work, and I was up in the Emergency Operations Center. I got there before the second plane hit. I don't think anybody was thinking about terrorism. And so when the second plane hit, we realized it wasn't an accident and we needed to evacuate. So everybody that was in the Emergency Operations Center evacuated down the 23 flights of stairs. And then we were in the lobby of 7 World Trade Center when the first tower collapsed. The people that were in the lobby huddled in a small room off the lobby entrance, and then we made our way out to the street, and we found all the other New York City OEM people that were there, and we got on the command bus and we went north. We picked up people along the way that were fleeing. They were on the command bus with us, and we got a little further, and then we decided to go to the police academy because that was the next best location for us. The first couple days I did logistics. We were coordinating the movement of resources to Ground Zero. We coordinated the movement of cranes, rescue personnel, other assets in, light towers down to Ground Zero. I worked on the debris operation and also on the public assistance reimbursement. Because we had lost our EOC, which was in 7 World Trade Center, we lost all the technology that we normally use. We didn't have a lot of working phone lines. So we had very limited connectivity. So it was a lot of paper, a lot of just, landline phones, talking to people as best we could. For a long time, we were doing rescue. We were searching for potential victims that were trapped. That was being led by the fire department and the police department. And the city's Department of Design and Construction was overseeing kind of the construction aspects of that rescue operation. And then eventually we shifted to a recovery operation, and the city's Department of Design and Construction and New York City Emergency Management, Fire and Police formed a unified command, worked with other agencies, retained construction contractors to organize the site so we could ensure that it was safe to conduct recovery operations, but also to move the debris away so that we could begin rebuilding. That debris was taken to a landfill on Staten Island. A whole slew of law enforcement agencies were at the landfill doing recovery efforts, looking for human remains, looking for personal property. They were cataloging everything so that it could either be returned to family members or identified so people could be buried. My whole life changed after 9/11. I was a planner in New York City Emergency Management, just going about my work, writing plans for emergencies, participating in exercises like the one that we had planned for September 12th, 2001. And everything changed after that, and we went into this very large-scale, complex disaster response and recovery operation. I learned a lot from that. I was personally impacted by 9/11. I was in the lobby of 7 World Trade Center when one of the towers fell. I almost died. And then, working with people who were also victims of 9/11 and then also responding to 9/11, it was hard for everybody. A couple of events in our modern history where you mark time, especially in the emergency management community. If you think about Hurricane Andrew, the Oklahoma City bombing, Y2K, 9/11 is an event where we mark time. It changed our whole profession. FEMA was absorbed into the department. Billions of dollars have been provided to state, local, tribal, and territorial governments to prepare for acts of terrorism, to prevent them. And so every day we think about how are we positioned to prevent another 9/11. There are a lot of FEMA employees, past and present, that helped New York City after 9/11, and I think we all owe them a debt of gratitude as well. And one of the reasons why I was interested in coming to work at FEMA later on. I carry 9/11 with me every day. I think about my coworkers at New York City Emergency Management often, almost on a daily basis. I think about the impact of that event, not just on our office, but on the whole nation, right? And the people who died in 9/11, I like to think that I carry them with me every day and think about them to keep their memories alive. And that's kind of how it's impacted me and how I try to honor the people who were killed on that day.